Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on how my market is going so far at the start of this year. I have attended 6 school market and 1 community market, and I have to tell you it has been very slow. Nothing compared to the sales I had during Christmas. With that said, here's my first market. Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to take you to our first market of the year. I'm going into my second year of doing markets and it has been a lot of fun. It has been almost 4 months since our last market that was in December. Right now we're heading to a high school market which is run by the graduating class of this year. They did send us the table layout a few days before the event, and it looks like there is about 70 or over 70 vendors today, which is a medium-sized market for a school. During Christmas, most school I vent at, there is about 30 to 40 vendors. I guess this secondary school, they have a bigger gym so that it can accommodate a lot more people. It's been a while and I'm excited to see how this will turn out for us. For those of you who are new here, my name is Kelly and this is my second year running my handmade business and selling them at craft fairs. On this channel, I share my small business journey and some DIYs, and if you're interested, then stick around. We always come early for an event so that it gives us enough time to set up and be ready for when the door opens. Outside in front of the school, there are a couple of food trucks available to serve some delicious food in case you are hungry. When you enter the school, there is a big obvious sign that there is a craft fair happening, and there is also a raffle prize to be won at the entrance. As mentioned earlier, this craft fair is run by the graduating class for this secondary school craft fair. All the proceeds from the vendor table fee goes toward the student leadership program so that they can organize more events like this one. This craft fair was actually really weird. It had just started and there were a lot of empty tables, so that means that there were a lot of vendors who paid but did not show. There was a row of an empty spot beside an empty table followed by another empty spot. That did not deter us from having fun. There are a ton of great vendors here today and we are seeing a lot of familiar faces. Once you start doing craft fair, you end up seeing a lot of the same people or bump into at least one vendor you know at every fair. In my previous video, when my daughter didn't know how to walk, it was nice because she just stayed in her bassinet. But this time around, she is an experienced walker and was running around everywhere, and she loved touching other vendors' items. And yes, one of her favorite toy is a plastic knife that came with her Doctor Toy toolkit. To recap, it was our first market of the year and it was very slow. Nevertheless, we did have a lot of fun and chatted with other vendors. The only thing I didn't like about this fair is the start time. It was on a Thursday starting at 4:30 p.m. and ended at 8 p.m. While we were setting up, my husband overheard a group of students saying that they didn't want to wait around until 4:30 for the craft fair to start. We actually didn't see many students at the fair as a result. The previous high school we vended at started at 1 p.m. and there were not very many students at the start, but when the school ended at 2:30, the cafeteria where the fair was held was jam-packed with students, and we made most of our sales during that hour or two. I did provide my feedback on this craft fair and hopefully their future events will be better. For my next craft fair, I have 2 that's happening on the same day where my husband is at one and I'm at the other one. It was doable for us since it was only 10 minutes away from each other and it was in the same city. He was at a high school while I was at the community center. I'm currently inside of the Albion Community Center. It is 9 o'clock and they just opened. I'm super early, and actually I was here at 8:30 in the morning when they didn't open, but the receptionist kindly let me in at 8:40, 10 minutes later, because she kind of felt bad for me waiting outside. So yeah, I'm nice and warm inside the facility right now. How I found out about this craft fair is through Facebook, and I was a little skeptical of booking it. It was actually one of the first craft fair I booked for the year, and it was only $15, so I thought I would give it a try. The show doesn't start until 12:30, but I volunteer to help set up at 11 o'clock since I'm here early anyways, so it gives me something to do and a little bit of time to kill. My husband is at another event today, which is why he had to drop me off early, and his doesn't start until 10 o'clock, so he had to be there a little bit earlier for setup. And this is our first craft show happening on the same day, and we are doing pretty much a split show, so he is at one location and I'm at another location. The good thing about this craft show is that I don't have to bring my own tables and chairs, or else I'll be walking around the facility carrying an extra table and chairs for myself. So it's super nice when the event itself supplies the tables and chairs. The center is actually a fairly new building that was recently only built a couple of years ago, so it is a really nice building. My husband sent me a video of his market and mentioned that it was slow, but it seems like he had a lot more going on than my market. I see that there are some raffle prize basket at the entrance. From what I can see, there are a lot of walking spaces for shoppers, but not a lot of people, which I'm a little surprised. The last time I checked the email for this event, the organizer said that they contacted the radio station, newspaper, road signs, and in stores, and also pay for an ad on Facebook. It's funny because I also recall seeing an ad on my Facebook feed for the event as well, and it showed up a few times leading up to the event. They even send the event details to other school and promote it within their own school. The organizer also went as far as going door to door, handing out flyers a few days before the event. I believe that there were also food trucks on site, so lots happening, and I would think that his event would be much busier than mine. My husband is finished with his market, so he came by to help me man the table. Overall, I think today is a good experience since the table fee is only $15 and I didn't have to bring my own table and chairs. I do like the idea of going to 2 markets in one day, since it does involve just sitting around and waiting for a sale. So I think me and my husband, we're probably going to do some more of these and going to these separate markets. So hopefully that will help us boost our sales for the day. We could only do that for the indoor event that requires 1 table because I only have enough inventory to fill up 2 tables. But for some of our summer events where we have to set up a tent, we are going to be doing that together. To sum it up, the market that I did at the community center is a little bit different than what I'm used to attending. 70% of the vendors were homeschool kids and their parents, and 30% of the vendors were adult vendors like me. Overall, it was a good experience since it was only $15 and I didn't have to bring my own tables and chairs. We were warned ahead of time in an email due to how low the cost of the table fee was that there would be 0 marketing. There were very little traffic other than the vendors who were there. It was very organized, but I don't think it was the right market for me. I did make some profit, and so did my husband. With both combined, we did okay. Not all markets will be great, but we have to attend them all to see how our products will sell. Hopefully next week will be a better week for us. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoy this video and see you in my next one. Bye!